Well, good morning, Pipers. Welcome back to the Bass Piper channel. Hey guys, it's Wednesday morning here on a cool Virginia morning. And I'm going to bring you in just a little bit, guys. And it's it started this morning in the 50s, about 54. We're moving now into that transition spot where it's cool in the mornings and then warms up in the afternoon. It's supposed to get about 78, I think, out here this afternoon. But I am in the time of season that I love, and that is the fall. And, don't let me forget here. Hold on a minute. I am smoking a Rocky Patel 1999 vintage Connecticut shade. Can you see that? 1999 vintage Connecticut shade. So far, this is in a Rebusto. It is starting off on the first light up and on the first third. It is a good cigar so far, at least the nuances and things. It's kind of a blander cigar so far. Been some of my other Connecticut shades that I've had. But it's good. So far it's good. When I say good, I'm not versed enough, as you know, with all the nuances, and if I'm tasting earthiness or that, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because I haven't had anybody to really be with me to go, yeah, that's what you're tasting. That's earthiness. Yeah, that's what you're tasting. It's a leather. I'm yet to really get a leather nuance. But anyway, I'm like some of the other guys, as I've said. I can tell you if it's good or if it ain't good. And so now the cocos and the coffees and all of that kind of stuff, it's kind of easier to pick up and tell. So when I say that, that's kind of the nuances I'm really getting. But I love the one where they say it's got a barnyard nuance. Now, if I have to keep up with a barnyard, to me, I just go ahead and put it out. I don't know if anything very nice about a barnyard, but anyway, because to me that represents it. I'm getting nuances and taste of poo-poo. I don't want poo-poo in my cigar, but anyway, it's a good cigar, and it's mild. It's a mild, more of a mild, mellow to mild, but it's more on the mild side, to probably a medium for this cigar. So not bad. Great cigar for beginners. And I still classify myself after a year as a beginner. But anyway, just wanted to get on here for a few minutes. Hadn't made anything this week, and don't know if I'll be able to make another one this week or not. We are closing in. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. We are having our Charter Sunday for our church at Cornerstone Baptist Church. And I'm excited about it, and the folks are excited about it. And so it's an exciting time for a new ministry, a new church, and we're bringing in a special speaker, of course, that's going to be handling our charter. In fact, it's my brother-in-law who's a preacher, ordained minister. He's going to be handling all of the charter service part of it for us, and the business part of it, of getting voting in everybody in every position and all that kind of stuff. And then we're having a quartet out of Windsor, North Carolina. The Steadfast Quartet is going to be with us, and I've known those guys for years, and they're a good, solid Southern Gospel quartet. And so they're going to be with us in the morning service and in the afternoon doing a concert for us. So we're looking forward to that. And so, but it's a lot of prep work. Since we don't have our own building, we're having to move. We're having it in our clubhouse that we meet on Wednesday nights, and they've been so gracious to the church and so nice to let us use that, and not only for our Wednesday night services, but also going in on Saturday night, getting everything prepped and set up, and tables and chairs and all the stuff to get ready to go in Sunday with all the food, all the fixings for fellowship, and getting ready for a good day. So we're looking forward to that. So I'm going to be busy the next week or so, off and on, getting things ready. We've put out advertisements around the town and I've been busy trying to get the ads in the paper about our church, advertising our church in local papers. And so the only thing we've got really left, big time, is to get a website going. But I have nobody in the church that knows anything about getting a website going, so I'm going to have to probably go on the outside. There is a company that will help us out, but I'm trying to find somebody that's going to be halfway reasonable for a new church that don't cost $5,000 and $8,000 to put a website out there. So anyway, I guess Bass Piper's going to have to learn how to do that. Since I'm learning iMovie, I may as well learn how to put a website together, huh? And I know they've got some freebies out there and all of that, but I think you're very limited to what you can do and how many pages you can have and all this kind of thing. We're not going to start off with a lot of pages because we don't need them. But everything is a page, Your welcome is a page. If we have a heading that says staff, that's a page. If you put your directions to your church or whatever, that's a page. If you put your doctrinal statement, that's a page. So every page, excuse me, guys, cost. And so, and then having them put the stuff in, and how much animation and bells and whistles you want on your website. So I'd like to get it where I can at least do a video like this and then move it over to maybe a YouTube platform or something, or Facebook or whatever. I'm doing Facebook right now with our church, and then like when somebody comes on the website, when you click on, it comes on and I'm on there welcoming everybody to our website and our church, and kind of giving like a maybe 5-minute little ditty about the church. And so got a lot of stuff still to do, especially after next Sunday, after we're officially on the map and chartered as a church. So we got a lot of outreach to do, evangelism to do, inviting folks to church, letting them know we're here, putting out flyers, putting out things, inviting people to church, that especially new people in the area that might be looking for a church. And so we got all that stuff to do with a new work. At the same time, trying to build our bank account up with the money that we need to carry on the ministry and get God's work done. And yes, that is all biblical. We are to give to the church and give to God's work. Nothing in this world is free except your salvation and the good health that God gives you and allows. But to these days, I hate to say it, but it was back in a day that when you went to maybe acquire land or stuff like that, there would be people that would donate land knowing it was for church. There were some back in the day that would donate it / loan it to a church as long as it stayed a church. But if it ever dissolved, then the land and whatever's on the land went back to the family that donated or loaned the land to the church. Well, I'm going to tell you, these days, it's been tough just what little bit we've been looking and getting bites on and going after the little nibbles that we hear. I mean, it's even hard trying to get people to sell you a piece of land. I mean, and all we're looking for, originally, we would love to be able to have at least 10 acres, 8 to 10 acres. That way, when the church gets started, it don't have to relocate nowhere. It's there till the Lord comes back. I mean, unless the Lord just blesses it so much, we got to relocate to a 20-acre tract or something. That would be wonderful. But in the country, you're probably going to be hard pressed to have to worry about moving anymore. But we may have to look at going with maybe just a 5-acre tract to get started. And if I could get a building that would hold maybe 100 to 125 people, that would carry us a good long way. In fact, that would probably carry us until Bass Piper would retire from ministry, especially in the country. And country churches don't grow as fast as city churches. But at least you're going to be there for a good while. And if you have to build on a little bit, you can. You got some room. So we may have to look at maybe a 5-acre tract. And so anyway, we're going to start looking hard for that arena, and just going to see what other kind of options will be out there. And so we are going to start working on that pretty hard in the next several months. And I know we're going into winter now, but maybe it's a good time to start looking if we can find something that somebody will just sell us a piece. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here just a minute to say hi. I don't have really a lot to talk about today. I did get a call this morning that we lost a very good friend of ours that was a good friend of the quartet, the Master's Hand Quartet that we had for 13 years. And his name was Harry. And Harry was in his probably 80s. I think he was around 80, 81. But Harry he would ride with us sometimes, him and his wife on the bus, coach with us, and he would help us set up stuff before the concert. He was a big tech kind of guy and electronics, and so he enjoyed, running the sound or hooking the sound up, and we were going to look at having him eventually run the sound, but that never worked out. But he was always big in helping us set up and tear down. And a man that loved his grandkids. My goodness, he loved his grandkids and his great-grandkids. And he went on to be with the Lord about 7 o'clock this morning. And so it's kind of a sad day and a happy day for us, those that know Harry. We know he's with the Lord, but we hate to see him go. And so anyway, I was going to come out and just have a cigar in his honor. This is for Harry. And I know we'll see him again. And so anyway, guys, I just wanted to put this out here and just let you know what I'm trying. This is a brand new one for Bass Piper, and Rocky Patel Vintage 1999 Connecticut. Hey, so far, good stick. Rocky Patel's been out here for a good while now, and I don't know if most of y'all might know, Rocky Patel used to be a lawyer. He went to school for that anyway, and was a lawyer for a while before he got into the cigar business. And so anyway, we're going to get on off of here. It's about 15 minutes, and we'll talk with you guys later. And until then, relax, have your pipe or your cigar, and don't forget the many blessings God puts on our lives each and every day. You guys take care. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.